Podcast Episode 1, Why Self-Discipline is the Key to Success. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Garden of Growth. I'm so happy you're here with me today. I want to start by asking you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals easily, while others struggle to stay on track? You might think it's because they're more talented or just luckier. But the truth is, most of the time, the difference comes down to one simple thing: self-discipline. Motivation can get you started, and it's great to feel inspired, but we all know that feeling doesn't last forever. That's where self-discipline steps in. It's what keeps you going when the excitement fades. It's the key to long-term success. And that's what we're diving into today. Let me tell you a quick story from my own life. A while ago, I started a project that I was super excited about. At first, I was motivated, full of energy and ideas. But after a few weeks, the excitement started to wear off. Sound familiar? That's when I realized I needed something more than just motivation. I needed self-discipline to push through the days when I didn't feel like working on it. And guess what? It worked. I finished the project, and it taught me one big lesson. Without self-discipline, even the best ideas can fade away. So let's talk about what self-discipline really is and why it's so important. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is simply the ability to make yourself do something, even when you don't feel like it. Whether it's going to the gym, learning a new skill, or focusing at work, self-discipline is that inner voice that says, "I'll do it anyway." But here's the thing. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You don't need to be a superhero, doing everything perfectly all the time. Some days will be better than others. The key is to keep going, even when it's hard. While motivation is temporary, self-discipline is long-lasting. Think of it like this. Motivation is like the engine that starts the car, but self-discipline is the fuel that keeps it going, even when the road gets tough. Why is self-discipline so important? Self-discipline touches every part of your life. Let's look at work, for example. At the start of a new job or project, you're excited and ready to give your best. But what happens when that excitement fades or challenges pop up? That's when self-discipline keeps you focused. It helps you stick with the project and see it through to the end, even when it's tough. The same goes for your health. Think about starting a new fitness routine. The first few days or weeks, you're pumped up and ready to go. But after a while, that initial motivation might fade. Without self-discipline, it's easy to skip the gym or stop altogether. With self-discipline, though, you keep going because you know the long-term benefits. It's the same in relationships, too. Whether with friends, family, or coworkers, self-discipline helps you manage your emotions, listen more, and avoid reacting impulsively. It helps you show up for the people in your life, even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is the glue that holds everything together. It keeps you focused on your bigger goals, even when life throws distractions and challenges your way. In the end, it's the difference between success and giving up too soon. How to start building self-discipline. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I start? Let me share 3 simple tips to help you develop self-discipline. Tip 1, start small. You don't need to change everything at once. Pick one small habit or task to work on. It could be drinking more water, waking up 10 minutes earlier, or reading for 5 minutes a day. Start with something simple and manageable that you can do every day. Tip 2, focus on consistency, not perfection. The goal is to show up regularly, not perfectly. Some days will be harder than others, but the key is to keep going. Even if you can only do a little, that's still progress. Tip 3, celebrate small wins. Each time you stick to a task, no matter how small, celebrate it. Recognizing your effort builds confidence and strengthens your self-discipline muscle. Every small victory counts. So, here's my challenge for you. Pick one small thing you want to be disciplined about this week. Maybe it's something simple, like going for a short walk every morning or reading a few pages of a book each day. Whatever it is, stick with it and see how it feels to exercise your self-discipline. Wrap up and language points. To wrap up, let's review what we've learned today. Self-discipline is the key to long-term success. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades. And it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, being consistent, and focusing on the bigger picture. Now let's look at the new language we talked about today. Idiom. Stay on track. This means to continue doing something as planned, even if it's hard. Phrasal verb. Stick with. This means to keep doing something, even when it's difficult or boring. Collocation. Achieve your goals. A common phrase we use when talking about successfully reaching your objectives. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this episode gave you some helpful ideas on how to start building your self-discipline. I'd love to hear from you. What's one small habit you're going to focus on this week? Share it with me in the comments and let's support each other. Remember, self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. So let's keep growing together, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and keep going.